Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now in this video I am going to start off with a clip of the Buhari rally in his hometown, in his home state, in Katsina. So in this clip that I'm going to show you is only going to be a few seconds long, because I don't generally like to show clips on my channel. I just like to speak to you guys, to talk to you guys, to talk with you guys directly. But I'm going to show you this clip because it is pertinent to the conversation that we're about to have. So in this clip, and the clip mainly is going to be in Hausa, but what is being said is Bamayi, B-A-M-I-Y-I, Bamayi. And that is an Hausa language, and what that translates into is "we don't want you." So this is now what the crowd are chanting at Buhari during his campaign in Katsina, his home state. So I'll pause, I'll let you watch, and then we'll come back. So now you've seen the clip of the Bamayi Bamayi. So that's the crowd chanting at Buhari, Bamayi Bamayi, and they're effectively saying that they don't want him. But really, it is immaterial what this crowd want or not, because the elections has been decided, and really it's just really how they're going to present the results to Nigerians and the international community is now what is being decided. So, and a little precursor of that happened on NTA when we had Mallam El Rufai, the Kaduna State Governor, who is also the brain behind the Buhari government over the last 4 years, and particularly the Buhari campaign now. He is also the brain behind the sacking of the CJ and etc. When we had him on NTA saying to the nation and to the international community that the electoral observers that are going to come into the country from the international community to observe the Nigerian elections, there's a good chance that they're going to be living in body bags. So I'm going to try and cut a clip of that as well to put in this video, since I'm already putting the clip. So I'll put the clip right here.
Okay, those that are calling for anyone to come and intervene in Nigeria, we are waiting for the person that will come and intervene. They will go back in body bags. Okay. Because nobody will come to Nigeria and tell us how to run our country. We've got that independence, and we are trying to run our country as decently as possible. And we know the history of those countries that are trying to teach us these things. We have read their history. We also...
Okay, so you should have seen the clip if I did decide to put it in, and I will try and decide to put it in. So now, this is now what we are contending with in Nigeria. We're in perilous times in that country, because we now have a make or mar election taking place, because the Buhari regime has been an absolute disaster. I don't think anybody can dispute that. It's been one of the worst experiences that Nigeria has undergone. It's been worse than the Abacha regime, and we have never had so much naked abuse of power and nepotism and tribalism within the Nigerian space. So you have a Nigerian situation where all of the apparatus of security are headed by one section of the country. So every from the army chief to the national security officer to the custom man to the national, any and everybody, to the inspector general of police, everybody and anybody, and whenever a new post opens up, is always a northern person that is being used to fill the post. So this is what is going on, and it is blatant, it is unapologetic. They owe nobody any explanation for it. They are saying it's their choice, and this is the decision they are making, and if you don't like it, you can lump it, and if you speak too much, they throw you in jail if you are lucky, and if you are not lucky, they just do away with you. This is really the times that we're living in now, and they have now gotten so brazen that we have Mallam El Rufai on the Nigerian Television Authority the marquee television organization for Nigeria, going on that national platform to say to the Nigerian population and to the rest of the world that the international observers are coming to observe the Nigerian elections are likely to leave the country in body bags. This is what he said. So now we're in those dark times now. So clearly they're going to declare themselves as winners. It doesn't really matter what anybody. The elections is just really a waste of money. It's just a charade. It's just really for the purposes of fulfilling all righteousness. Just so as a conduit as a pathway to an end result that's already been predetermined. We all know this. I think everybody knows that. Nothing even close to the semblance of a free or fair election is going to take place in Nigeria. We all know that. But then what happens afterwards is the real question, because now they have sacked the Chief Justice of the Federation and replaced him with an apologist. So now everything is covered. The Inspector General of Police is been handpicked, a northerner and a loyalist. All of the security operators, you would remember when Buhari was declaring his presidency, they all sat at his feet and pledged their fiefdom, so everything is prepped. So all of the armories of the country is under their control and support. So once they've declared themselves as winners, and the puppets that they've installed into the Justice Department then assents that, then obviously we have this round of court cases which they will just effectively dismiss. And then what then happens next? So do we then cow and tow as Nigerians do and accept faith, and then because the next 4 years of a Buhari regime is going to be worse than the last 4 years of a Buhari regime, because the next 4 years of a Buhari regime will be the last 4 years of a Buhari regime, because constitutionally is not able to run again after 2 terms. And even if you wanted to change the law, which he would have that thought to change the law, because they're just ruling with absolute power at the moment, he doesn't really have the energy or the physical strength anymore to go beyond those 4 years. So really there's nothing to lose anymore. So they'll just go for it. They'll brutalize people. They'll traumatize rather the country. They'll loot as much as they can. This is what will happen. We all know this. So now what then can the civil society do to rescue the country from the clutches of this this sense of foreboding, this dark cloud that is gathering? Because it's not so much February 16th that is the key date for Nigeria, because February 16th is already being predetermined. So February 16th will just be an orchestrated thing that's already been decided prior to the date. So people will just come and parade. It's effectively a parade rather than anything else. People will just parade, a lot of noises will be made, and then at the end of it all, they'll just declare the result that they are already intent on declaring. So now, once they have now done this, then what? That is really where the question is. So obviously there'll be a round of court cases, and those court cases will be dismissed, but then Nigeria will then go back into a really draconian vice grip, because everybody was saying Abacha. Well, this is not really Abacha, this is Buhari. And Buhari has always been like this, by the way, and everybody has always said this. They've been saying this since 2015, but nobody listened. But now Nigerians have had a taste of it, but it's now too late, because the levers of powers is now in their hands, and they have the whole of the nation in their grasp. and I cannot think of anything that is ever going to rescue that country from their hands. So Nigerians believe in prayers, and this is really a time for prayers, because you would need God really to rescue that country from what portend for it, because really these are truly dark times for Nigeria, so it is a real cause for concern, and I'm sure this concern is something that is being shared right across the board, because it's getting increasingly brazen and increasingly brazen and increasingly brazen. All voices of dissent are locked up. Femi, fani, kayode is has been muzzled. Fayose is in some EFCC somewhere. What's that one? The comedian Dino, melaye, he's not even there to entertain us anymore. Doyin, okupe is being invited to be attending the police station every day. Every voice, even Obasanjo now is being threatened. They are threatening the main contender, the Atiku, who's contending the elections with Buhari. They are threatening him with arrest, because you recall that Lai Mohammed actually issued that threat when Atiku was in America, that as soon as he gets back, he's going to have him arrested for some trumped-up charges of some bad loan that he had in some private bank. How having a bad loan with a private bank is not something that is subject to government intervention, because this is a private man. I'm not quite, I don't even know the terms of those things, but he went on national TV and made those threats. So this making of threats is a recurring theme, and these people don't make idle threats, by the way. They make threats that they carry out, especially people like El Rufai, who is a real nasty piece of work. We have to say that, so really these are the times that we're in now. So it will be interesting. So the date really for Nigeria is not February 16, because February 16 is just the date that they're going to announce themselves as winners. So it is now what happens subsequently, what happens after February 16, what the court cases, the protests, what the civilian population chooses as a form of reaction. Because even now, if Buhari is now being rejected in his own home state, then where then is his popularity? Where then is his vote coming from? Because if the people of Katsina are saying this Bamayi, B-A-M-A-M-A-Y-A-Y-I, spell that to you again, B-A-M-A-Y-Y-I. So this is what they're saying, and you hear it in the clip. So if they're saying that, then really, what are the people of yours saying? The people of Lagos who are suffering, what are they saying? The people of the southeast who are marginalized, what are they saying? The people of the middle belt who are traumatized, what are they saying? The people of the whole Nigeria who are impoverished, what are they saying? So really, this is the times we're in now. So February 16, a date to conjure with. We will see what happens, and we'll take it from there. But really, it is dark times. The clouds are gathering. God help us in Nigeria, and God save that country, because it's yet again another missed opportunity. How many more missed opportunities will that country have to suffer? I've never been a fan of Buhari. I always knew this was going to happen. I said this. Even my wife and I had a big argument about it. She was saying, "No, Jonathan is corrupt. Buhari will do this and that." And I said, "Look, I'm not sure how far back your memory goes, but my memory goes to when Buhari was the military administrator for Nigeria, the military head of state, and I can tell you that there's nothing to recommend this man. He's a ethnic bigot, a religious jingoist, is a narrow-minded person, is an uneducated man. He has no enlightenment, and he really has nothing to offer for the times that we live in. And I think all that has come to bear. But unfortunately, close to 200 million people are having to pay the price for this. But then we keep it in prayers, and we keep it in conversation, and the conversation of course takes place in the comment section on this channel. So I'll leave you here, meet you there, and I'll say peace.